Yo, we're live. All right, we're going to be going over our community's mini-hackathon projects. I think we got about 7 to go over. Give me about 5 minutes to get set up, and then hopefully we can dive into it about then. And fair warning, I'm committing to doing this, but I got like no sleep last night, so that's why I'm starting a bit late. All right, let's do this. Grab this link, post it in Discord, get some music playing, and then we're good to go. But happy Friday. All right, let's get some music going. We'll start this one. All right. All right. I think everything's good, is it not? Let's pop out chat. What's up, Andrew? Projects today. All right, pin comment. All right, and then Twitch chat. Pop out. And pin, yes. All right, cool. Let me go ahead and pull up the projects. And then I'll go back through this video afterwards and timestamp each of the projects. All right, here we go. Let me just see. It was. Oh, gotcha. We got to go one more. Okay. So emit 38239 in our Discord. Let me go ahead and grab the link. So I gotta make sure that he didn't push any updates that I could obviously see. All right, so, yep, looks good. Didn't push any updates. We run it through a virus scan. Looks good. All right. So I'm just doing a bit of screening. All seem like legitimate people, but just gotta be safe as a streamer. So, okay. All right, cool. Okay, let's do it. All right, let's start our first project. And I'll read the description about it. Vivify. Hey, what's up, Miles? You know what I'm actually gonna do? I just want to keep this video. I'm gonna toss out chat. All right, so let me read this. The app calculates BMI and daily required calories based on user input, and it is for the people who want to take care of their health, and this will be their first step. Along with that, user will get more information about how to improve their health and limitations of BMI and calorie calculation. 3-page application. So the main features: 3-page application where 2 pages are dedicated to BMI and calorie calculations. BMI. I'm not going to read into that. Okay, so BMI and calorie calculation. All right, let's dig into it. It looks pretty clean initially. Trusted by teams from leading companies? What? What? Did you just build this for the mini hackathon? What do you mean trusted by teams from leading companies? Bro. Are you sure? We go features explore. Let's go view calorie intake. What's up, Amit? Okay, Amit, is this your project? Are you the Amit? Okay. What? Trusted by teams from leading companies. Can you explain this? So it looks like you built this last month, and you already got partnerships with these companies? Not the real companies. Okay, they're placeholders. Okay. Gotcha. But if this is going to be like a portfolio project, it's going to be a live portfolio project, you probably want to be careful about being misleading like this, especially when we're presenting the project. So if you're going to be putting it on your portfolio, for example, I get their placeholders, but if you're going to be putting it on your portfolio, I would take some of that off. Like if we go to, like you don't have 178 customers. So just kind of like, I'm glad you're here to clarify, but just, I would take these sections off if you're going to put it on your portfolio. All right. But other than that, we're going to dive into the UX a little bit. Vivify, home features, explore, start your journey. I like the button up top, get your calories. Okay. What am I supposed to do? Get my calories or fill this out? Enter your details below. Why? That feels like a very prominent button to... Like, what am I supposed to do? Get your calories. I don't even know what get your calories means. Like, I get that it's a calories calculator, but what the hell is that? Am I inputting... Like, am I, like, figuring out my base metabolic rate? Calculate your daily calorie intake based on your goals. Adjust your intake to meet your specific needs and achieve your desired goal. Would I word it differently? I don't think I ever see like a calorie calculator. And I wonder if this is a little bit too generic for people that immediately see the use case for it, even though it does have a use case. Okay. Let's start with a homepage. Elevate your fitness goals, empower your wellness routine with Vivify's precise BMI, daily calorie requirement. Take charge of your health today. Okay. Enhance your wellness journey with Vivify, unit flexibility, BMI enhancement, and suggestions to enhance your BMI. So is that going to be applied? What do you mean by enhance my BMI? Change it, right? Enhance, I don't feel like that. accurately describes what you're trying to do. What you're probably implying is move your BMI metric in the direction that is your goal, right? So if you want to increase it or you want to decrease it, is a calorie calculator calculating your BMR? What is BMR? Oh, base metabolic rate. I would assume that's what it's doing. Let me see if he put... And you are welcome to answer these questions, Amit, since you're here. I don't know. Calorie goal setting. Set personalized fitness goals aligned with your daily calorie estimates, empowering you to tailor your diet and exercise plans, health boundaries. Understand the limitations of BMI and calorie calculations, highlighting the importance of consulting healthcare professionals, personalized advice. I like that. Yeah, because BMI isn't going to tell you everything. And a lot of people might put more value on it than they should. So you're starting with that education. I like this. Calorie balance. Start your health. Journey maintenance calories represent the energy needed to maintain current weight. So you're starting with education. I like this. So we kind of have your calorie intake. It's so when I hear like calorie intake, this sounds like just a calorie tracker, like a food tracker. But I think, what would I word? How would I word it differently? Calorie. Figure out your optimal calorie intake. Like, would I add more words? Because I don't think this is as descriptive as it needs to be. Okay. We'll just take a quick look at mobile. Before we move on to trying it out. Okay. Just doing a quick UX check for mobile. Okay, I'm surprised you didn't extend this all the way down to this line. But it looks pretty clean on mobile and desktop. I understand how messaging and positioning are important in real-life companies, but are interviewers really going to nitpick copywriting and portfolio projects? The most optimal project that you can build is going to be a project that is useful to people, that actually has a user base. You get feedback. You can recreate that agile process. You can recreate that Scrum process based on the feedback that you're getting and build it into an actual app. Yes, showing a use case for, if you're building a product like this, is incredibly powerful for a portfolio project. Now, are companies specifically going to look at the copywriting? No, but this is to make the app even better so it actually can gain, like, be useful to people, and you can put those metrics on the resume. The wording might be a bit fancy. Use ChatGPT for that instead. Lorem ipsum wording instead of lorem ipsum. Okay. Well, I'm still gonna, I'll still kind of give feedback based on that because it sounds like it's still fairly generic. But the goal is really just, making it better. Yeah, no problem, C-Pike. It's a good question. Okay, let's dig into it. Your calorie intake. Imperial. Age. Okay, we're just gonna say, what am I? I am 35 years old. What am I now? I got down to like 215. Or around there or something like that. And I am 5. Oh. What? Oh, in inches? I don't fucking know. What? All right, I'll just put in like 70. Activity level. Active. See the calories details below. Note them down. Okay, so we have a little message. I would even jump the user. Like, if you're not going to replace this, because now we have... I mean, it actually is probably helpful to be able to... yeah, it's probably helpful to be able to keep this form up, but you probably should jump it down to this information. Track your progress. Lose weight. No, lose weight. L-O-Z-E. Maintain weight. Gain weight. Your calories. Here are the calories details based on the goal you want to... Here are the calorie details. I would say, like, calorie goals. Based on the goal. Like, make it very clear that these are the amount of calories that they need to eat in food to basically maintain weight, lose weight, or gain weight. Track your progress, track your food intake, weight measurements, track food intake, body measurements, workout tracking. How do I track my progress? Limitations of counting calories. Oh, so you're saying I should track my progress. Record every food calorie. Okay, so this is just information. You're just like putting random images here. Like, what is the point of this image? When I scroll down, immediately I'm thinking that this is a chart. It's charting. It's using my data to give me something useful for the graphic. Is there even an alt tag on this? Okay, multiple logos. Okay, what is the purpose of this? Maybe discover your BMR might be more optimal copy for your calorie intake. But, like, you know, figuring out your BMI doesn't tell you your calories. So I think the goal is to highlight that they can figure out how many calories they need to consume in a day to achieve their goals. It's just a static graphic, nothing much. I don't think it's a good idea to put static graphics that have no meaning, right? It kind of like what you're doing is sometimes people do this with layouts like this where it kind of like initially looks clean, but it has a lot of useless shit. Like a lot of pointless shit that's misleading for the user. It kind of just looks like you imported a template. Like, did you use a template for this? Which is okay if you purchased it, but it kind of just looks like you have some generic template and you didn't really put much effort into making, like, really focusing on the UX and focusing on content that is relevant to, you know, helping the user achieve their goals with this website. It was just like random bullshit. You know what I mean? Just seems like filler, unnecessary filler. Limitations of counting calories. But this seems really educational, which is awesome. But like, if you're going to use some random static image, I think it needs to be relevant. You know what I mean? Okay. We have the calories calculator and get your BMI. Imperial, I go 215. I'm not doing inch. Okay, 70 inches again. I don't even know how much that is. You should. So what I would do is give a choice for feet and inches. That's what I would do. BMI is 30. Okay. Healthy eating. I wonder if, so we have a healthy weight. Improve your BMI. Okay. So when you say improve, you're really just talking about decrease. I think improve is fine. But I was wondering if you were also accounting for too low of a BMI. Took the references of multiple designs, but I got your point about images. Cool. It seems like a really useful app. I would... And like, if you really want to make this an effective app, I would think about how you're going to keep people coming back. Like, is this actually going to be a tracker? Or is this kind of like something people just pop in and check out their BMI and, you know, get the amount of calories that they need to consume? Because you can do a lot with this to actually gain a user base behind this. But yeah, clear that bullshit, because that's obviously a lie, and clear this bullshit, because that's a lie. Yeah, here's the thing. It's really hard to give feedback when you just have a bunch of placeholders on your layout. Like, if this was way less developed and you had actual, like, relevant shit all throughout, and I didn't have to filter through a lot of irrelevant stuff of placeholders and just filler, we can give you a little bit more effective feedback. But this kind of just seems like you threw together a random template, and what are you going to do with this? I'd be interested to hear what your plans are with that, to make this like a real functioning app, because it looks clean, and I would start thinking about ways to be able to get users to potentially sign up and come back and be part of something. Even if it's like building a community from this, even if it's like really doubling down on the educational content, because you're giving very generic educational advice, which is fine. And I think a lot of people would find some of this valuable. But I would start thinking about like what direction you want to move this app into. Past the stages of kind of just some generic app. You know what I mean? So this definitely has a lot of potential, and I'm looking forward to seeing where you go with that. But yeah, I think that's all I have for this one. I gotta be careful of time because we have so many projects to go through. But either way, it looks clean. Awesome job with this, Amit. You know what I should ask in my next mini hackathon is like, what are your goals, or what were your goals with this? Because I think a lot of my feedback is like, oh, okay, cool. This is cool. How can we make it better? But it'd be interesting seeing like what people were trying to get out of it. All right, let's go. Built it as a practice project. I'm still learning JS. Okay, I gotcha. Okay, then I guess it does serve its purpose. I think it could be better. Honestly, I think this, when I start getting a little bit more critical, I think it's because it has potential. I think you can do more than just use it as a practice project, Amit. And I think you should consider that. That's pretty cool. I hope you grew with the JavaScript. All right. With the JavaScripts. All right, let's grab this link. Okay, no commits. I am so tired. I can't even think of my virus website. There it is. Or my virus checker website. Probably should be clear about that. All right. Let me just check this. All right, cool. Looks good. Let's load it up. By me, somebody in our Discord. And we have our special username and password that they provided for us. It's a chatbot Silver Echo. My application adds speech to text and text to speech to large language models. It also has a custom memory management system that will remember the basics of the entire conversation no matter how long it gets. Okay, impressive. What's up, me somebody? It might be a bit buggy. Okay. That's cool. Hey, it's a mini hackathon after all. Share the main features of your app. Let's see. Yeah, chat history, different models, selection, text-to-speech, see below. Some memory. Okay. So, yeah, I know Chrome isn't ideal, but I have everything set up in Chrome, so we're going to try it in Chrome. But it looks like... Yeah, we're on Mac, so I can't use Microsoft Edge, but we'll try Chrome. All right, let's log in and give it a try. That's okay. It's buggy. We'll discover the bugs together. Actually, no. Let's check out the sign up. You got some alignment issues here. Left align. Looks like you kind of just put up the sign up pretty quickly. But if you want to have like a sign up like this with an entire background, usually people will just kind of have like a border here with a background color, and it'll just be a basic sign up form that, you know, it's very easy to make responsive. I'm just going to test this out. So we have test, email. Wait, is this an actual... There's no way this is an email. This is a test email. Yeah, I'm on the right account. Yeah, okay. Hold on. That's actually bugging me. Food, I'm like, okay, is this a legitimate... Okay, no, it's not. I'm like, how did I type that? Because it kind of looks like it could be. Whoa, okay. We got some usability stuff to fix. That's all right. That's what we're exploring. Reset? What does reset do? Reset doesn't do anything. What's up, B? How you doing? Email is not used for anything? Okay. I also used the username test for my... So why ask for their email if it's not used for anything? Username test for my test account. Oh, you used the username. Okay. Nothing happened. Okay. All right, well, this is pretty much broken. Let's go ahead and go to... All right, let's do it. No. Samantha, text-to-speech. Temperature. Repetition penalty. Let me... So what is to large language models? So we could choose our language model, right? Yes. Oh, very cool. Okay. So it's a chatbot, but for what purpose? Yo. No past information available. Let me know if you have any... Sup? How's your day going? Geez, I didn't ask a good enough question for you. All right, we'll try the, so text to speech. How am I supposed to hear the speech? Is it actually speaking? Like, is there an audio? Sound. So it doesn't work. Is it buggy or it just doesn't work? Let's refresh. Okay. Looks like it's a little buggy then. Let me just make sure that it's not me in my audio. That it's not me. I don't think it's my audio. Okay. Seems like it's buggy. What is the purpose? Like if you had to make kind of a fun app to build, connect with different language learning models. It's interesting that you have like infinite length and infinite memory. That's your... Didn't you mention that? Stored... No, there's probably text-to-speech. Oh, well, let me try this. Hold on.
Sure, I can help you test out the AI assistant. Is there a specific task or question you would like me to ask it? I want to make sure that the testing is relevant and useful for you.
There should be a volume control, but we're going to go with this for now. Wow, that's a lot of voices. That's pretty cool. I'm planning on using it as a Dungeons and Dragons AI in the future. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. So yeah, that's what I was wondering. Okay, like, what is another chat app going to do for anyone? But actually integrating it into a specific industry, into Dungeons and Dragons, that could be cool. Having, and I'm assuming, but like, do you need, who are you going to chat with in Dungeons and Dragons? Like, is this, I'm sorry, I'm really bad with my terminology. The Dungeon Master. Are you making a Dungeon Master AI? Or are you going to try to voice or just create audio? Oh, well, like, oh, yeah, you provide a little bit of context. Maybe you can interact with different, I don't know, people that you come across in your journey. And then you're just talking to an AI essentially, but you give it that context of, okay, here's the background of what this mob is, right? Okay, that's what it sounds like. That would be cool. That's actually a really cool idea. I like this. Did you find, we're going to talk to Grandpa. Did you find like the best voice that sounds the most human-like? Because that you're probably going to have to go through that process. What's up, Grandpa? Or let's do new chat. And then we'll see if I want to experiment with anything else.
Hello there. I'm just a computer program, so I don't have an age or a family. But I'm here to help you with any questions or information you need. Is there something specific you would like to know or talk about?
On edge? Well, what do you mean on edge? I guess I don't... With the voices that you're importing, I mean, aren't you just using some sort of library to be able to create the audio for this? Why... What would be the voice that sounds most human-like on Chrome? Because I think it's going to be browser agnostic, right? Text-to-speech. Oh. I didn't know the browser had that. Well, no, I knew the browser had that, but I didn't know you could select all these voices. How do you get all these voices? Is this really a list of options for... Okay. That's crazy if we have this many voices. So we have different models. We have a repetition penalty. I would... Like, what the hell does this mean? I think you can make this a little bit more user-friendly that don't really understand specific options with interacting with a AI, the language model. I think like having an easy to use version makes the most sense. and then having a customized option menu or something like that. Like dumping a lot of this into a customized option menu and just making this as simple as possible, maybe asking a couple questions, and then like that would be useful. But I think you're probably going to turn this into something entirely different if you are integrating it into some sort of web-based Dungeons and Dragons game. But this is like kind of a fundamental start. Like you're forming this foundation. So I'm kind of curious like what this is potentially going to turn into, but I would be careful about, I would hide a lot of the customization features into its own menu and make it really simple for people to get set up with something like this. Then reset password. I'll reset once we're done. Okay. Yeah, this is an interesting project. Did you make it mobile friendly? Probably not. Usually projects, yeah. Oh, look at that. Yo, let's go. I like the responsiveness. Cool. All right, cool. Seems like an interesting idea. You have to reload the page while it is small. It has a different layout. I don't have to reload. Oh, you're saying it'll look even different. Okay, well, I mean, I guess it was responsive, but this is just at the top. Okay. Cool. But yeah, I didn't really have to reload. Oh, yeah, it's not responsive at all. Media queries, my friend. Media queries, that's all you need. You shouldn't have to reload the page. All right. Either way, interesting idea. Awesome job with this, me somebody. You know what? If you integrate this into a Dungeons and Dragons web-based thing or whatever you're doing, you should definitely post this in Discord. I think people would love to check this out. It's a pretty cool idea. All right. Let me just reset the password. Boom. New password. I'm not going to tell you. You have to guess. Oh. Okay, now you have to guess what the password is. Awesome. All right, cool. Thank you for your submission. All right. But yeah, if you're going to use this also as a portfolio project, like really focus on the usability. Like this is a really janky UI. And so I'm sure you're kind of like building it into something, which is cool, but really focus on that usability or the user experience. Just even with like your elements being moved left and right and stuff like that, you're putting arrows to the left, which shifts the elements, which is, it's just a bad time overall. Cool idea though, really cool idea. All right, we have, let's check out, what is this? Disco. It's analyzing the website. What? No, I don't want to sign in. There we go. All right. Looks good. Let's do it. All right. Disco time. Cool. Let's check it out. We have... All right, what did you put for the description? Disco is a full-stack application discussion board. Right, you had built a discussion board, providing a basic yet functional platform for users to engage in discussions and enables registered users to create, edit, and remove. So you were just building a discussion board, okay. Enables registered users to create, edit, and remove their posts and comments. All right, those are the features that you got done for this. Let's check it out. So where is squeaky for loops? What? All right. Let's check out your sign up. Test, sign up. With no more than 12 character, and if you choose a special character, only use... What? It's less than 12. I think this is broken. With no more than 12 characters, and if you choose a special character, singular, only use an underscore. And why are you yelling at me? Okay, I'll try that. Okay, so I don't think sign up works. We'll try... Okay, let's go admin. Fuck it. If I get access, yo. We're diving in. Let's fuck some shit up. Night mode, dark mode. Okay, pretty cool. I like this simple layout. I really like dark mode. I'm going with dark mode for a little bit. About us. You notice how your content shifting? It shouldn't shift like this. Make the load-ins and the animations a lot faster. Don't make people wait for that. So about us, step into our vibrant blog site where every click unveils captivating developer tips. Okay. Oh wait, you worked on this with. This is good. Yeah, you worked on. Oh no, never mind. You did. Oh, you did. This was solo for you. Okay. Wait. Good. Oh. Okay, you provided a different live link, G, for yours. Okay, so this was partnered. You guys partnered together to do this. Okay. Good and G. I actually want to see what G wrote. I don't know if it's G or so. We'll see. Oh, JP. We'll just call you JP. But your name is G. You'll have to let me know because you're in our chat quite a bit. No sign up required for the API documentation website. Baseline services has the backend with the project. Disco's a discussion board that offers a basic yet functional platform for users to engage. It also allows its administrators to delete any post or comments. The main feature of the backend, include endpoints for the discussion board. Support the front end in creating, editing, and deleting posts. Okay. There are users and auth endpoints for retrieving the currently logged in user and for signing up. And so I don't think the sign up works. Hey, what's up, G? G, okay. Thank you. All right. Yeah, I don't think the sign up was working, but that might be a front end bug to pop up that alert unnecessarily. So might be working on the back. What the hell is this alignment? What are you doing over here? Get back to the middle. Okay. Let's see. Where's Squeaky? Yo, I'm here. Don't you see me? Comment. Okay, these are the comments below. Oh, I can't refresh. Oh, that's broken. I should be able to refresh. And that page should load. Okay. So I see comments. I would go with the typical UX style with a discussion board where you essentially like have possibly like indented comments that are linked here. You probably don't want this comment box above the responses to this. You probably want to see the responses, and you can click reply to actually reply. It might open up a new page. It might bump you down to the comment at the very bottom. But I feel like a typical flow is to attach these comments because these seem very separated. Let's go ahead. I'm going to delete your post. Haha, I got admin powers. Let me actually log out, and I want to see what powers I have when I just log in for the demo. Okay. So we got a post. I am unable to delete it. Cool. I really like the minimal layout here. I don't know if it's the color or whatever, but another cool post. First post. Let's create a post. What's up? Do you have link? Okay, so you don't have an option for Markdown, which I think is fine. You just provide options. That's pretty cool. Probably took a while to, unless you brought in a library to be able to mess with this. Strike through, and we're gonna make it a quote. We're gonna make it this a heading too. Okay. Do you have the option for Markdown? Okay. I don't think you need to add it. I was just curious. Yeah, we're not gonna look for attachments or anything like that. But I'm gonna submit this. What? And more, title can only have 100 characters and more than 5. Oh, okay. Sup. All right, we got our post. We are live. So we can edit it. Cool. We can respond to our post. Can we... Okay, we can edit our comment. And we can delete our comment. Cool. We delete the post. Okay. I like how it goes back to the home page. It does a pretty animation is pretty cool. I wonder if I'd speed the animation up just a little bit. Like with message boards, you've got to realize, I think it's fine to add animations, but a lot of people that use message boards have this nostalgia for old school message boards that are essentially like .php links that will take you to a brand new page. And there's nothing smooth about it. There's nothing fancy about it. And there, you actually get nostalgia from that feeling of an old school message board. Now, I think making a minimalist message board like this could work, but I can see the animations potentially not being attractive to the users that would use something like this. But I'm kind of curious. So you're kind of just building a general message board. I'm assuming like the use case for this to make this a really powerful portfolio project is to create like a dev message board. It doesn't have, like if you were to put it out to anyone, what kind of discussions would you want on this message board? Like what kind of people do you want to attract? Do you want to attract developers that talk about dev topics? Because you can go with a bit of a retro theme, but I wonder who that's targeting, right? And these are things that I would start thinking about for your portfolio project. Building a message board is really cool, and you could continue to build the functionality of it, but it makes it so much more powerful when your custom build all of a sudden now has users, has active users. That is powerful, right? So I'd figure out like, okay, who is this message board going to be used by? And that will help dictate what it turns into, what features are added. I'm telling you, once you get users submitting feedback on the features that you want, that is when you kind of start replicating that professional agile process. You get that feedback, you spit out more features based on that feedback. If it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. You got to filter through that feedback, and then you plan that feedback out and create a bunch of GitHub issues, right? And how do we organize this? That is the process that is very marketable. It's very attractive to employers when you could talk through you having to do that for an actual application that real people use. That's how you make this even better in terms of marketability for a portfolio project. But looks pretty cool. There's a lot you could build into a message board. Let's check out the responsiveness real quick. There's a lot you can build into a message board that... Wow, it's really hugging the sides. A little padding. A little bit of padding would go a long way. But there's a lot of features you could build into a message board, like even if I'm thinking of like categories or something like that. The goal was to build a very straightforward generic message board, but it makes sense to target a specific user base and design and build around that. And yeah, that's fine. Like to build a generic message board, it's really good for practice. It's really good to kind of showcase your skills to make it a more effective portfolio project. You know, you could take it even further. But yeah, I get it. You know, it's a mini hackathon, and you kind of had that goal to build a message board. I remember you guys saying that. So it's an interesting project, and I would I'm kind of curious, like who you choose for an audience. I'm really curious about that. That's kind of interesting that. Yeah, you lose that completely. What do you have, like a percentage? Or, okay. Yeah, just a little bit of padding would go a long way. All right. Anything else? I think that's it. Cool. Awesome job with that. I don't think... Here, let me load... I don't know how to read a Swagger file. We'll go ahead and pull this up, I guess. But I generally just haven't loaded up Swagger files, which I think is really good for documentation. But yeah, we could check that out, actually, because that is kind of your side of things. Baseline Disco API serves as the backend with a project named Disco. Disco is a discussion board, boards API. Cool. API boards. Two of your examples, response codes. I'm surprised you don't have more. Like if you look at typical Swagger files, do they have, like, what happens when you pass in faulty information? What happens when you aren't properly authenticated? Would you typically include responses that would include, well, like, yeah, you're not going to get a 404 for a create, but are you going, what if you get a duplicate? Is that a possibility? Like with the duplicate title, do you have those responses covered for that kind of stuff? Or do you just not have it documented? Krish, this is for a mini-hackathon that's already passed. This is for our Discord community hackathon. I'm kind of curious what your take is on that, G. If you did handle some of those extra responses and if you would put that in the Swagger file. But it's honestly my first time. Well, maybe not first time, but it's been a while. Okay, cool. Yeah, let me know. All right. Good job with that. There's so much more you can do with a message board. There's so many features that you can include, but I think it could be relevant to figure out, like, hey, what if we actually have people using this? That can definitely influence it. There are no responses on some of the endpoints. Some others do, but are not documented. Gotcha. Okay, so that's something to continue working on, obviously. Okay, cool. All right. We move on. Good job with that, guys. It's cool seeing people work together on that. You know, G, you were the back end, and Good was the front end. That is really cool to see. All right. Okay, no commits. For EJ, let's go ahead, run it through the virus scanner. Yeah, it was great experience to work in a team for this. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, running it through its checks. Oh. Yo, no. It did not pass virus total. Phishing. I don't know. You're going to have to get that resolved. I'm not reviewing that on stream. Yeah, you even said that it did pass? No, we're skipping. All right, Joshua. Yeah, Joshua, I think... Wait, did you use WebAssembly, or... Were you the WebAssembly guy, or was that the other Josh? Okay, so we have the GitHub. Let's check it out there. All right. Oh, you didn't... Oh, yeah, we had to get the second link from you. You submitted your general GitHub profile. Okay. No commits. All right, you're good to go. Let's take a look at your live link. Okay, so I think Joshua's a pretty heavily back-end focused guy. Look at a hair. It's bugging me. What the hell? And basically, he was just building out his portfolio, I believe. URL. Let's do a scan. All right, we got it. We're ready to go. Let's load up Joshua. Joshua's been around for a little bit, so. A lot of people that participated in this have been around for a little bit, which is pretty cool. Gagnier? Josh Gagnier. Okay. Home. Yo, don't use serif for links and stuff like that. Use sans serif. You don't want the extensions. The extensions for text are really good for paragraph text for readability when you have like blocks of text. Learner, teacher, okay, blah, blah, blah. Veteran, STEM education leader with a passion for software architecture, web, embedded, and game development. I'm not going to download your resume. So it's essentially we're doing a bit of a portfolio review. Okay, so about, yeah, it jumps down. Skills jumps down. Projects, general. I don't think there's a point in having a drop down for like, wait, game, what? Okay, you didn't finish some of it. That's all right. It's a mini hackathon. I get it. Okay, so these are specific projects. General. General probably isn't the right word. I'd say like all projects, or what would I say here? These are specific projects. I would almost distinguish between, like, honestly, I don't think I would even include this list in projects. I think I would just have this go to the project section, then they can decide. EDU leadership as a master teacher. This isn't a project. What? Why is this included here? No. Like this could be in your about section, I suppose. Your presenter, but these aren't. Yeah, I wouldn't include it in here. Game dev, embedded engineering. I have made guides and developed hundreds of prototype devices. Okay. Utilizing a far range of embedded devices. That could be cool. So for your portfolio projects, like this is where I'd make it a little bit more clickable into your specific project page. And we could look at one example of that. But career built on collaborating with teachers across my school district, university professors and industry professionals to creating engaging. Were you a university? Wait, hold on. Career built on collaborating with teachers across, which you misspelled. My school district. Okay. Collaborating with the university. For some reason, I thought that was a period. Industry professionals. Man, this is kind of a little bit hard to read. Probably make the text a bit darker. Effective STEM. Presentation hired as. So this is, okay, this is a really good use case. When you're going to provide like traits like this on a portfolio, this is a good use case for it. I think the readability is a tiny bit rough. It could be better. But that's a simple change. But this is really cool. Literally providing specific examples to like why like creativity is important to you, like functional to technical. So what I would do is, I don't know if I would choose these words, like a collaborator, right? If you want to say collaborator, that makes sense. But collaboration, what does that mean? Presentation, I don't know how I'd reword that, but like a creative, adaptable, mentor, master teacher for 9 Okay, so it looks like you were a mentor. Reductionist? Agilist? I don't know. I don't know what the... Agile is fine. Learner. But this is a really cool use case to be able to show specific examples of your past and your history and what this means. This is cool. Now you're building skills into it that you're providing that extra context. This is relevant. This is probably the only skills section that I've seen that probably belongs on a portfolio. The website was designed with TypeScript. This website utilizes JavaScript. Okay. This website was designed with Tailwind. This is really cool. These are relevant, finally, because you don't need to fill the damn page with all of these icons of your skills. These are actually relevant with this extra context. This is cool. Now, I'm curious what happens on mobile if these pop up. They better. But I don't think I would have it disappear when you scroll up like that. Just have it exist again. Location, LinkedIn. We'll do this. And so this should be this should open a new tab. Don't have it replace the current URL. This should open in a new tab if it goes external to the website. I'm guessing your Twitter does that as well. I like the picture. It's friendly. Yeah, this looks really cool. It's a friendly picture. They're kind of rotating between like pictures of your experience with, probably your university. Like, this is actually a really cool portfolio. I like the color scheme. We'll go into one project. Web. Okay. Don't... Oh, okay. I was going to say, are you just linking to the portfolio? So it looks like I clicked it and nothing happened. That might be a bit buggy. Okay, so you probably didn't fill out some of these images. This is the first web app that I am looking to develop and flesh out and put in my portfolio. Add more cards like this below. Okay, so you still got more work to do as you flesh that out. UI, UX mockup. This is cool. But this is very tiny. It's very tiny. You want to be able to actually make this readable. This is way too tiny. There's no reason for it. Like, if you want to have, like, this is a really cool setup with the steps, but enlarge this. Make this readable. Tech stack definition, front-end development, back-end development, Golang. Okay. I think this is pretty cool, and you'll probably have, like, a live link and, yep, GitHub. Again, these should be new tabs if they're going to different websites, but this is pretty cool. I'm kind of curious what you did with, like, a game. Oh, see, I have to click it twice. Game dev, okay, you didn't finish that. What about embedded? Okay, you didn't finish that. AI? Okay. So you can include, like, videos. You can include links to be able to try out the game and stuff like that, but don't expect... It depends on, like, where you're getting hired, to be honest. Are you applying for, as a game dev? Are you applying, like, you want to continue working on embedded systems? I think depending on that, you're probably going to have to think about if your audience is going to be able to interact with what you built. And if so, how do we provide the right links for that interaction? And if not, how do we supplement that lack of ability to interact with what you built? Maybe through video work, maybe through, like, not video work, but videos that showcase what you've done, or screenshots even. So just think about that for the different types of projects. But also, bump this down. But I mean, like, you have no content on this, so. All right, let's check out mobile real quick. So this is where these skills are ridiculous. You probably want to highlight the projects above the skills if you're going to do something like this, or condense the skills. Like, this is where it becomes way too much content. And I would consider... If I click this, that's fine. I actually think this section becomes more of, I don't know, becomes more useless and frustrating to have to scroll through all of this just to get to the projects. I think it's way less relevant on, like, you can condense this a bit, right? Like, have a little icon. When you click it, it actually opens up. And when you click it again, it closes. And start with it closed. Or like have like a very minimal version of being able to list your skills. And then when you enlarge it for more detail, it might provide, I don't know if I would switch to icons or something like that if you click that link. But right now, all I can say is this section is just, it's taking up way too much real estate on the mobile app. Okay, that's pretty good. You're not, it didn't sound like you were like web focused, and it sounds like you, this is kind of like a new project for you, so that's actually really cool. Do I have any other comments on it? No, I don't think I do. Good job with this. Continue pushing forward, because it sounds like you still have some work to do, and there's some UX stuff. I don't think icons work like this on a navigation. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Get those sections filled out. Awesome job with this. Cool. It's cool seeing like back-end focused people trying to build like front-end and figure it out. I want to see, are you the Josh that does some WebAssembly? There's one Josh that failed the hackathon. And you gotta basically keep up with updates 3 times every 7 days. Yeah, this is through WebAssembly. Okay, interesting. All right, very cool. All right, we're moving on. Awesome job with this. Joshua from Discord. All right. Looks like there have been no updates. Good. Stomach's growling. I'm hungry. Just means I need more water. All right, so I am gonna go ahead and do our scan with that. Looks good. Let's just reanalyze. Oh man, these are pretty flushed out projects. Sometimes it can be really hard to get a flushed out project. Like all of these are pretty flushed out and visible. And by the way, I participated in this hackathon, and I would dedicate a little bit of time, a few nights a week, and I didn't pass my own hackathon challenge. I didn't have like a live link to showcase. Like keeping up with this for 4 weeks and posting updates and getting something fleshed out is really difficult to do when you're juggling priorities. So all of you did a good job with this so far. Okay, I think we have our link. I think we're ready to go. Alrighty. Man, my stomach is growling. I need more water. Oh, that's refreshing. I gotta do a water test on my water. I would always, I don't know, there's something up with it. That's why I drink bottled water. I don't like drinking bottled water though. Oh, I gotta get that fixed eventually. All right, I think we're good. Let's, Why is it taking me so long to get this link? Okay, close. All right, so we have Mahan. I believe Mahan's a member here. Allows, if I'm thinking of the correct Mahan, allows user to, or wait, I don't know. Anyways, allows user to create tasks with different kinds of priority values assigned. Allows for better decision making for what task to do when. Okay, so this app is called Todo Priority. I like priority values. And I feel like that is something that I really liked in some. There was this one to-do app that had priority values, but the other features just were not, they just sucked. It didn't really, it's hard to find a to-do app that kind of has all the features that I need. But I love the priority values. Can be viewed in Trello-like boards and in a calendar view. No account is needed. Tasks are stored in local storage. Tasks can be filtered by tag and sorted by title. Okay, awesome. So to turn this into a real app, use something like Firestore or get a backend. Like make this a real thing. You can use Firebase authentication as well. But I mean, like technically you could just use local storage and lean on that. But man, like that kind of stuff gets cleared out with enough users where like if you want to make this a powerful portfolio project, I'd probably get some sort of authentication in method to save it on a backend. But yeah, local storage works for now. Let's we have a to-do. Oh, it looks like we have a bunch of example to-dos. So I'm assuming like the final app is going to be empty. Or do you like, I would have a button to like clear these tasks. Like this is kind of an example. And I would, why do you have it just kind of a certain width and height? Why not have it extend all the way across? Complete. Okay, we delete, we refresh, delete, refresh, incomplete. Clicking incomplete. Okay, we'll click into that. Clicking incomplete shouldn't delete it. Or, no, it goes to down here. Wait, it goes to inactive tasks. Okay. I almost think I'd bump it into current tasks, right? Or, yeah, that's kind of difficult because you're assuming that the user wants to make it inactive or active. Urgency, priority. So if I change the priority, urgency, importance, I like the sliders. Importance, somewhat, extremely, we save. That doesn't get bumped up here. Let me lower this. Wait, did I change the wrong one? No. I'd assume it would get bumped up. What's the point of the priority system? Due date. There's no due date. Is that why? Allowing for better decision making for what tasks to do. Okay, so I don't think it reorders the task when you set this stuff, but I think it should. I think that's the power of a to-do system like this with the priority. How many have you got to view so far or total? I don't even know. Like 4, I think. Reviewed 4 before this, if I can count correctly. And I think we have 1 more after this. I think this could be a really powerful system. First of all, like this is bugging me. Enlarge this. Have it extend. Yeah, I would have it reorder these based on the priority and importance. Like, make a decision for them. I think it's okay, like, for a to-do system. I think it's completely fine for you to organize their to-dos based on a system you think is going to help them. And then give them the customization ability to be able to, like, if you really want to give them control, give them the ability to customize, like, how the behavior of ordering the to-dos and prioritizing the to-dos works. Because the power of having the priority and the importance and stuff like that, I think the power of it is these to-dos to naturally just be organized. Steven, this is for past hackathon projects. We had a hackathon, or mini-hackathon, last month, so I'm not doing public reviews. All right. Cool idea. A lot of... I mean, this is a lot of to-dos stacked together. It'd be cool, like, what if... You know what I love that Google Calendar did? Based on the actual title or the to-do description, or based on the calendar event title with Google Calendars, it would provide like a picture, right? I see just a bunch of cards that kind of stack together, and it's hard to distinguish between, like, I have urgency, importance, time here. Like, there's a lot of UX work and design work to make this really awesome. The no. If you dropped out the no, Steven. Try the task sort on the top. Let me... By urgency? Okay. By time. By importance. By urgency. I would calculate this for them. Like, by default... I mean, can you drag it? So, like, being able to drag... Like, if you're going to not auto-sort it, give me the ability to drag it. But I think kind of like an automated sort makes sense to account for urgency, importance, and time. And there are systems that have already been established that will determine priority of what you should do next. And I think you should lean on a system that's already been established and then give people the option to customize. If you really want them to have that freedom, then give them the option to customize after that and even potentially build their own priority system. But I feel like it's just like lacking that extra feature that auto makes. Like, a to-do list is supposed to make this as easy as possible for you. It's supposed to make your life just bliss, where you don't have to think about this stuff. And I think it's fine to, like, mention, like, urgency, important, time. I think the customization is okay, but then do something with it. If I'm going to put that effort in, do something with it. And then provide me extra options if I want to sort by that. But yeah, you could make these cards really cool, and you could use colors, you can use icons to indicate stuff like this. But that auto sort, man, that's going to be so powerful for this app. Let's look at the calendar. Okay. Calendar view makes complete sense. I like it. Kind of just curious if you made this responsive. Oof. Okay. I guess technically. Not really. That's going to be a challenge. Making a calendar responsive is a challenge. I would look at other calendars and how they've done it. I doubt this is responsive as well. Yeah, I don't think this is responsive. Yeah. So that's more work to be done on that side of things. Yo, what's up, Sharpay? How you doing? Happy Friday, everyone. Just hanging out. Yeah. I think this, man, like, to-do systems are really cool. I love the idea of to-do systems, and I have not found a great one yet. And I think it's, maybe I'm, like, projecting. Maybe I'm wanting this to be something that you don't want it to be, and that's okay. You don't have to take my suggestions. But I'm telling you, I think that when someone develops an amazing to-do system that actually takes all these things into account and orders things for you, and literally just, like, you put in your tasks, you answer a couple questions about the task, and it literally says, here is your schedule for the day, do this. And I don't have to think about it. Holy shit, that is a powerful to-do system that I've not yet discovered. Oh yeah, we do have, like, you can showcase your, that's a good point, B. We have a showcase thing in Discord where you could just kind of, like, get feedback on your project. It's just a showcase channel. All right. New to do. Type tags test. Why would I want to write a completed to do? Save. Let's see how. It'd be nice to see the to do pop up. Honestly, maybe you got to scroll. So you don't see the description. You probably want to put the description, even like a glimpse of it, like a line or two, below it. Is there anything else? We could go like dive a little bit deeper into like common user experience feedback for a lot of this, but I kind of just want to see what you, for like a to-do list in general, but I kind of just want to see what you develop this into. Search for tags. We have test. What was my tag? Let's create a new to-do. Yo. Sup. All right. Doesn't look like this is working. You say tasks can be filtered by tag and sorted by title or a specific priority value. Yeah. So you could find your tasks sorted by title, but yeah, that tag filter does not work. And even now, oh, that's interesting. So I should be able to hit enter here and have it sort, but I can't. So it only does it based on when I change the character. I think that is a bad user experience. So I do title, and I should be able to do this, and boom, now it sorts again through title if I click the same option. So you're just going based off of option change. Like if we actually change the option. But yeah. Okay, it has potential. You build a good priority system that makes people's lives easier, people will actually use this to-do system. I use Todoist. Right now, like, it doesn't have a good priority system. It doesn't have, they just put in a duration now, and you can kind of like schedule events and say like from 12 to 2, I'm going to be doing this thing. But it would be nice to put the amount of time that a task would take and have it like prioritize this for me. I think there are to-do systems like this, but you could build your own unique version of it. And usually those cost a lot of money. That's what I would do. I'd build kind of an automated system to prioritize this for me. And so I don't have to think about this. That is something I would legitimately consider switching to. I used a to-do app called Remember the Milk, but when Google Tasks came out, I moved to it. It's very simple, works for me, but probably lacking for people who need more features. Yeah, Google Tasks, very simple, but it can work for a lot of people. A lot of people don't even use a to-do list. They should just consider Google Tasks. Is that even a thing, though? I felt like, didn't they sunset that, or? But yeah, Remember the Milk is a common one as well. Okay, cool. Awesome job with this. Mahad, I could see this turning into something really cool, but man, build that priority system. I'm telling you, like, there's just a open market for that. I know I'm not the only one that would love a system like that. I want my life to be easier when I use a to-do system. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on. Our last hackathon project of the day. Yo, we got through these fairly quickly. We had to skip one because it didn't pass the virus check. So we're doing about 6 total today. I got hooked on Notion to-do list, but I wish I would have prioritized. I wish it would prioritize for me. I'd swap to a priority system for sure. Yeah, Notion's really cool. You're just gonna build it's a lot of setup. You want it to have automated stuff and like removing the to-dos, because I think Notion, you have to build that automation for the to-dos, do you not? Or did they actually build like a to-do system in Notion? Which I'm sure is very limited. But Notion's powerful for its customization, and you could build a lot of automations on top of it, which is powerful, but it takes so much setup time. Motion also updates as things change. I think Motion is one of the to-do lists that I had considered trying. AI executive assistant. Yeah, I wonder how good, like, I wonder if I could give it customized options like urgency, importance, time, and have it prioritized, because I think that would be powerful. And even having like an option of like adopting a priority system that's well established, like that could be really powerful too. That would be powerful, because a lot of people just wanted to do app, but they've built their own system. A lot of people that used to do apps, they've kind of developed a system for their workflow. And usually a lot of these systems have been well thought out and tested, and they might just want to bring that system into prioritizing their to-do. So you don't even have to create your own customized priority system and figure out, okay, urgency 2 compared to importance 2 or 3. Like, does urgency take priority, right? Like, that's can be hard to figure out without a system that you've decided on. So you can actually just have them fill out their urgency, importance, and then use a system that's going to accommodate those metrics, or whatever you want to call them, and actually prioritize based on that system that's already well established. That's cool. Now I'm talking about, like, you know, this is a lot of work, a lot of features that you're probably going to have to implement, but this is just thinking down the road that can make this like an actual real to-do app that's not another to-do app that, you know, like 80% of aspiring developers have in their portfolio. It's probably not that high, but you know what I mean? Like, this could actually be something. All right, cool. Now I'm done. Moving on. All right. Okay, no commits. Let's run this through virus total. Nope. Flagged. I am not diving into it. Okay. That's that. Yo, all of you said that it did a clean sweep. Yeah, like all of you said it. You did a scan and everything came out clean. It literally has a cached result that shows a. You guys just why'd you fill it out like that? Okay, that's it. The to-do list is our final project. Oh man, pretty cool projects. I like it. I felt like there used to be new commercial to-do apps coming out every now and then. Not sure if it's still the case. Yeah, I don't see a lot of like legitimate to-do apps that aren't like just personal projects of developers trying to become professional developers. I don't know. In this space, I think there's a need for a good priority system that automates this for you. You could charge for it. You definitely charge for it. All right, I think that's it. Yeah, cool. Cool projects. I'll DM to people where their scans didn't come back clean. But awesome job with the hackathon. I think we got more completed projects with this mini hackathon than we have with other mini hackathons, which is pretty cool. A lot of people fail this challenge. A lot of people fail it. It's hard. The requirements for the mini hackathons, at least mine, are typically, like if I'm going to accommodate like part-time people, it's 3 updates per week. You have to keep up with it. You got to let the group know, like, hey, this is what I did for the day. And it's hard to keep up with that. It's hard to be consistent for weeks. People can generally do it for like the first week, and then a lot of people drop off. Life gets in the way. And that's honestly, that is really the challenge for a lot of aspiring developers is life will always get in the way. It always will. Actually, here, I'll go full cam. I gotta get this set up, but life will always get in the way. And there are aspiring developers that will make excuses. Oh, this happened this week. Oh, this happened this week. Oh, this happened this week. And the difference that I see in developers that end up being successful and getting that job are developers where you don't hear that week after week after week from them, right? Sometimes you have a really bad week. Sometimes that happens. But a lot of those good developers, they still put in their time, a half an hour. They got something in for the week because I think you realize success is, there's momentum that comes from you finally gaining that success. And you don't want to lose that momentum. You can dump your hours a little bit, but you still need to make a little bit of progress. That it just progressively builds and you build a better habit. There's so many developers that just 1 week passes. Oh, like I had a rough week. I'm going to let that go. And then the next week comes and they do a little bit better. But then the next week, something stressful happens. It's like, well, I already gave up 1 week. What's another week? That just compounds. I see that happen all the time. And I see aspiring developers give up all the time because of it. And then there gets to a point where there's so much space between your progress and your growth as a new developer. It is just monumental. Is that the word I'm thinking of? I don't know. I'm terrible with words. It's just so large. And it's overwhelming when you think about, man, I've missed so many days. What is the point of going on to the next week and putting in some effort? I'm so far behind. I forgot all this stuff, right? This is how developers talk themselves out of becoming developers. This is how it happens. You have to keep up that progress no matter what. So, awesome job with completing these. But yeah, current issue. Yeah, it's a common thing. This hackathon was amazing. Awesome, Hugo. When's the next one? Want to join? I don't know. I don't have a set date, but join Discord and we'll let you know for sure. I'll post an announcement. I'll probably post like a YouTube community post with it as well. Thank you for going through them, Don. You're welcome, G. And G, I appreciate you kind of just stopping by. You stop by a lot of live streams. I've been noticing you, so it's cool chatting with you. Yeah, to me, it's kind of like getting an injury, yes, while on the fitness journey. You have to get back on your routine after you heal up. I've been able to keep up with my hackathon projects still. That's good. That's good, Miles. That's a really good example. Like if you get an injury after fitness, how many people don't return to that fitness routine? I mean, it's not like it was easy for me to return to mine, right? I had that back injury, and for a week, I could barely stand up. But it's like, you just got to remember how fun it was, how addicting it was, how beneficial it was, how good I felt when I would complete my fitness routine. And I just kept that in my memory. And then I couldn't wait to get back to it, even after a couple weeks. And I would just slowly, it's been frustrating not being able to do heavy lifting again. I love lifting, and I've had to be very gentle with my lower back. But I just keep thinking about how good it was, and I will get there again. But yeah, it's hard. It's really hard. You brought back your background. Looks good. I appreciate that, Renee. Brought back. Yeah. The background's been here for a little bit. This isn't an old background. Yeah, this one's a brand new one. It took a long time. That's a whole story in itself of what I had to do to get that background up. That was a pain in the butt. It really was. All right, cool. That's it. That's all I have. We're going to sign off for today. I'll keep this public and post some timestamps, but awesome job with the mini hackathon. It's difficult to keep up with this stuff, and I'm proud of all of you for doing that. So, all right, that's it. Join Discord if you haven't already. I know it's a little bit outdated. I'm trying to catch up. It's just tax season. I finally meet with my tax advisor on Sunday. I finally submit taxes, but I've been doing like 10 hours of bookkeeping because I fell behind. But I will catch up on tasks like updating our supporters. Everyone that does support for $5 a month, I truly appreciate you. It goes directly towards my bills. That allows me to continue doing this full time so I can continue providing free stuff to, people and doing these reviews for hackathons and stuff like that. So thank you. All right, that's it. Good luck on all of your projects and happy coding, everyone. Take care.